Hi everyone, it's Grace and welcome back to another video. Pardon me if I do still sound a little bit sick. I am a little bit delayed in filming this just because I was sick over the period of time when I would normally do my filming. And of course I'm worried about my own well-being, but I still was eager to get back to this because I had some videos that I was looking forward to doing, and this is one of them. So this is going to be a fun little scavenger hunt to help choose a book for my TBR, or my MBR rather. So this you will be seeing after I post my June reading plans, but I am filming it first in order to choose the book that is actually going to go in my June reading plans. This video is inspired by Books and Lala, Kayla. I absolutely love her channel and all of the fun videos that she does. And this is one that she just posted recently, and it was inspired by another person's original video, and I can't remember their name, but I am going to go back to her video and I will make sure that I leave both her video and the original video linked in my description so that I can give proper credit, even though I'm sure that like both of those channels are much more massive than I am. It's still important to like give them the credit. But I did think that this scavenger hunt would be really fun, and it does have some like weirdly challenging prompts, so we're really gonna see how it goes. I'm probably gonna have to get up and move around, and we'll see. So the very first question on here is grab your favorite book, go to the acknowledgements, and the first name you see, find a book by an author with the same name. And so for this, if you know me, you know that choosing a favorite anything is like asking me to, I don't even know. I can't do it, that's the thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my favorite book so far from 2022, and I'm probably gonna have enough trouble choosing just from that. But let's look at my list. Okay, this is one that I am gonna have to go get up to retrieve the book, so just 1 second. So I've read some amazing things so far in 2022, and recency bias could definitely be playing into this, but I'm gonna choose The Mad Ship by Robin Hobb as my favorite book of the year so far. So I'm going to go to the acknowledgements. Are they at the front? They're probably at the back. I think that Robin Hobb's books just start. Yeah, there's not even like a chapter list or anything. Her books just start. Wait, are there no... There are no acknowledgements. How am I supposed to... There are no acknowledgements. It's just book. It's all just book. Okay, what about like the dedication page? There's not even a dedication page. Robin! Robin, what are you doing? Okay, I need to choose another book, I guess. So we're gonna go in a totally different direction this time, but one of the reasons that this book stands out so much to me is because I don't read a ton in this genre, and that is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I adored. And like, please, for the love of God, Taylor, have an acknowledgement section. That would be very helpful for me. Acknowledgements, okay. So I literally just have to go to the first name that I see, which is Sarah. Okay. I don't know if this will even show, but the name Sarah is right there. Actually, the name Sarah is also in the first sentence. So, do I have a book by an author named Sarah? That is the question. I'm gonna check Goodreads. Okay, I do have a book by an author named Sarah. So, we're gonna slide over here. Get my Advil out of the way. I don't even know if you can see me. Okay, so I think this is literally the only book that I own by an author named Sarah. So we have The Queen of Blood by Sarah Beth Durst. And from here, it says, pick something on that cover and find another book with the thing in the title. So what do we have? We have like a forest setting here. We have a castle, we have trees. Oh, we have like a dog or a wolf. We have, I guess anything in the title would also count for this. So we have like queen and blood but it's interesting that we have what looks like a wolf on there because I have For the Wolf, I have The Wolf of Oren Yarrow, and I think I'm gonna choose For the Wolf because honestly, I just enjoy looking at this cover. It pleases me. I really like the colors used here and the spine, like having that contrast. Or, well, not even, like the color is obviously right here, but I don't know. I just really like it. So the third prompt, now that I have this book, is to go to page 50 and line 5. And then pick a word from that line and find a title with that word. So, page 50. Oh my goodness. It has these like deckled edges and it's hard to turn the pages. Okay, we're on page 50 and then line 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this says, slammed home. The Wilderwood wants blood, especially yours. Okay, so I don't think I have a book title with like slammed in it or Wilderwood because that's the name of this series, so that's kind of like a proprietary thing. Home could be promising. Blood could be promising. Yours. Actually, you know what? I have something in mind right now. It's not a fantasy book, but it doesn't have to be. It just has to be a book. So I'm gonna go get that. All right, so the word I chose was blood, and so the book I chose was In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. Also, I really like this cover. It is very simple, but like I love the colors. I don't know, anybody that listens to me talk long enough can tell that I'm just obsessed with blue. I mean, I'm even wearing a blue shirt. Half of what I own is just blue. But yeah, I do like this cover a lot. Obviously, it doesn't exactly convey the dark tone of the contents of the book, but regardless, we've got blood right there in the title, so we are good. Prompt number 4 is find a 5-star read with the same colors on the cover. Oh, okay, so like white and blue and brown, basically. Kind of gray. White, blue, brown, gray. That seems doable. But that requires me, like, remembering what I've rated 5 stars. Okay, Arm of the Sphinx is a possibility, but I'm gonna see if I can find something that matches better, because this has like a darker blue and more of a beigey cream instead of like a white and a light blue like the other book does. But this, if this is the closest, then we will go with this, but I'm gonna try and find something better. Ironically, I think that if I went back to Mad Ship, it probably... no, those aren't the same colors. This is so much more purple. Crap. It's like I feel like I give everything 5 stars when I read it. Well, not everything, but now I look at my shelves and I'm like, oh my god, is there a single 5-star among you? Who am I? I'm gonna go check the book cart and see if anything matches better than Arm of the Sphinx. Okay, nothing else that was actually a 5-star seems to have like the right exact color scheme, because How High We Go in the Dark probably fits decently closely against In Cold Blood, but that wasn't a 5-star read, so it just doesn't fit. So I'm gonna say that this is the closest. And the 5th prompt is to find a book with the same number of pages. And it says, hint, hint, Goodreads is your friend. So let's see how many pages this book has. I'm not gonna include the extras, like the intro to the Hod King that's in the back of this. I'm just gonna include like the end of the actual book. So this is 398 pages, which is a very, I mean, for a fantasy book, that's maybe even a little short, but relatively average. So I feel like I should be able to find a book that has the same number of pages as this. And I mean, maybe it's cheating, but I am going to like use Goodreads right now. Oh my god, can I not sort by page number? Oh, I can add that. Okay. Whew. Thank God. I said this was 398? Yeah, 398. Okay. Getting closer, getting into the low 400s. Ooh, okay. This is going to be a toss-up because on Goodreads it says that The Fellowship of the Ring is 398 pages long, exactly. But I don't necessarily have the same edition that like is the default one on Goodreads. Nah, this is 407 pages. Ugh. Why must you do this to me? Okay. So based on what it says, the next closest will be House in the Cerulean Sea at 400 pages. So let me just check, because 2 pages off would be pretty good. Oh, actually, it ends on page... No, it ends on page 398, so that's actually perfect. That's great. Okay. House in the Cerulean Sea is a perfect match for Arm of the Sphinx. And are they the same size? Look at that. They're pretty darn close. I suppose I could have also picked this. No, this has too many other colors on it to match the color scheme of In Cold Blood. Okay, so the 6th prompt in the scavenger hunt is flip open to any page and the first name you see, find a book by an author who shares that name. There are some interesting names in here, so I don't know how this is gonna go, but I guess we'll see what happens, and I'll just do my best to find something that's like close to that. So let's just, it's not gonna fall open? Oh, come on, why won't you? There we go. Okay, the first name that I saw was Phee, like P-H-E-E, and I definitely don't have like a book by an author named Phee. Sal. That might be doable. I mean, okay. I will check Goodreads to see if I have a book by like an author that's actually named Sal, but right now what I have in my head is J.D. Salinger, and that might be the closest, and that kind of works. So let's check Goodreads for some Sals, shall we? So aside from J.D. Salinger, we also have Sally Thorne, but I'm pretty sure this like scavenger hunt is supposed to be done with physical books, and since I have The Hating Game on ebook, I'm just gonna stick with The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger for this one. Unfortunately, no books by like an actual author named Sal. Okay, so we have The Catcher in the Rye, and the 7th prompt is to find another title with the same number of letters. This is gonna be fun. Okay, The Catcher in the Rye, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, 18 letters in The Catcher in the Rye. I don't even know how I'm gonna start looking for this, but let's just try it. So let's just see. Memory of Light has okay, 14 letters. The Rage of Dragons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So close, but so far. She Who Became the Sun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. She Who Became the Sun also has 18 letters in the title. That actually didn't take me as long as I thought it was going to, because that's just such a randomly hard prompt. But another title with the same number of letters. We got it. Now we have number 8 is to find a book with a similar cover. A similar cover, okay, so we have some, well, okay, to my mind this can be interpreted in a couple of ways. I could just say that the look needs to be the same, like the colors need to be the same, or I could say, you know, like we have a flag blowing, we have the sun here, we have an army on the march, like I could find a cover that's the same in content. So let's just see which one I find first and we'll go with that. I don't know whether I have another book that's super yellowy orange like that, but it should stand out to me if I do. Okay, well there's Feet of Clay, definitely the same color scheme, but like not very much the same in content, although there is like a combatant coming towards us. I don't know, that's like the best I can say for this one. This could potentially work, but I'll keep it in reserve. Now, The Winter of the Wedge, I like this because it is not as bright in color as She Who Became the Sun, but it does have the same color scheme. It very much evokes like the sun rising, even though like the colors are mostly coming from this phoenix type being. But like we have one figure with an army behind them. I'm thinking that this one is the one. Yeah, honestly, I think that these two, like when you hold them up side by side, are actually quite similar in vibes. So, because you have one figure in the middle, you have the army, you have the colors. I mean, obviously the colors are different, but they're similar. So, I'm good with this pick. Now, let's see our next prompt. So, number 9, and this is the last one. So, number 9 is to flip to a random page, point at a word, and find that word in a book title on your TBR. So, let's do it. Flip to a random page, point at a word, and find that word in a book title. Fire. Fire. I should be able to do fire, shouldn't I? That seems like something I should be able to do. Okay. I didn't think this was gonna be that hard, but I guess we'll see. We have references to fire, like we have From the Ashes. We have the Ember Blade, but I'm struggling to actually find fire. I think it's time to go to Goodreads for a little bit of help. Okay, so it seems that the only books that I have that mention fire are books that I've already read. We have Fireborn, we have Of Blood and Fire, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, The Fires of Heaven, and then like the whole series A Song of Ice and Fire. I don't know if it's just me and my brain like thinking and imagining fire being mentioned more often than it actually is in book titles. But I think we're gonna have to choose another word because I can't do that one. All right, let's choose a page in a different spot this time. Walk. I really don't think that I have a book with the word walk in the title. Let's see, shall we? No books with walk in the title. Oh my gosh. Okay. End of the book this time. Men. 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 This doesn't even scavenger hunt. I could just be talking about men that way. Men. Men at Arms, I've already read it. Men. Okay. Fine, we're searching this on Goodreads again. How could men do this to me? Yeah, like, Of Mice and Men, I've already read it. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna pick one more word, and if this doesn't work, then I'm gonna go back and I'm going to, like, pick one of the Ember Blade or From the Ashes because those at least reference fire in a way. So, we'll see. Okay. Come on, be better this time. The. Okay, that's stupid. Like every book title has the in it. We're not gonna do that. Sasha? Oh, for God's sake. Okay, that's a name. We don't have any book titles with Sasha in the title. Capering. This is getting worse. Hang on. Literally one last try. Glaring. Okay, this is not working. It's really not working. So, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna put, these books are so wildly different that, like, I don't know how to choose between them. I want to read them for, like, as different reasons as could be. So I'm just gonna put both of these on my might be read for the month of June. I mean, I had the Ember Blade on a few TBRs earlier this year, so like, it's about time for that one to get read at some point anyway. And From the Ashes is just like a nonfiction memoir style book that sounds really, really interesting and deals with the experience of being Métis. And like, they both sound great, so whatever. Guys, I really promise that I did my best. You can witness to the fact that like, that was just not working for me. So we're gonna go with these two, and I still think that it was fun to do the scavenger hunt. So I'm gonna leave the questions for it in my description, and if you want to do this, you definitely should. I think that me and Ben are gonna do a joint version of this for his version of this where I read him the questions and then he just does his thing. But anyway, I did have fun with this, so those you will see in my June reading plans. I will mention both of them. And yeah, I hope that you thought that this was fun too, even though I struggled a little bit. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and as always, I will have links to my socials, Discord, and Patreon in my description, and I post new videos every Monday and Thursday, ideally. Of course, I was sick, but I will see you in my next one, and I'm looking forward to it. So, hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye!